Honestly, social media managers supposed not to edit or create content for business owners. Social media managers should be the one who's posting the edited content, analyzing the analytics, monitoring it, and engaging with the audience. And I know it's a bit confusing, but I am here to explain to you everything. So for bigger companies, we have content strategist, social media manager, content editor, and social media engager. Meron pa ngang copywriter. So, kung social media strategist ka, you're the one who's strategizing. Dapat ikaw yung updated sa mga trending. Dapat alam mo yung brand voice ng client, and etc. And social media strategist, siya din yung gumagawa ng content ideas na dapat in a content planner, meron ng content idea, text on screen, audio or trending audio, and shot list. So, si social media strategist dapat ang gumagawa niyan. And then, once na nagawa na yan ni social media strategist, here comes the content editor. The content editor is the one who's editing the content na in-ideate ni social media strategist. So, si content editor din yung gumagawa ng mga reel cover, and once na na-edit na yun ni content editor, diyan naman papasok ang client for approval. And then, once na-approve na yun ni client, may revisions, syempre, i-revise siya ni content editor. Once na-approve na yun, okay na, ready to post na, si social media manager dapat ang mag-i-schedule nun. On the right time, on the right day, kung kailan active yung audience. Kaya dapat si social media manager, siya yung mas may nakakakilala sa audience, siya yung alam kung ano ang nangyayari sa algorithm sa social media kasi i-align yun ni social media manager sa pagpo-post. Kasi you think guys, we are just posting content pero hindi. We need to analyze, we need to monitor what's happening sa social media so we can align that to the content that edited for clients. And once na-edit na yun ni social media, syempre, kung medyo malaki-laking company talaga, may social media engager, yung mga nag-e-engage sa mga target audience. Pero, since isa din naman siya sa dapat and crucial part na ginagawa sa social media manager na mismo ang gumagawa din nun if kaya pa yon ni social media manager. Since nga in a company, focus sila sa mga task nila, sa mga role nila, kaya na ma-market ng maganda yung mga products and services kasi each one of them are very expert on what they are doing. But I know, nararanasan nyo ngayon na social media manager na ang gumagawa. Nag-strategize, nag-edit ng content, nag-a-upload, nagka-caption, nag-engage, nag-story pa. Like everything, si social media manager na. Because you are working with a small business owner. Put yourself sa shoe ng small business owner. Nag-i-start pa lang. Do you think they can hire the whole team? Di ba hindi? Kaya, if you're a social media manager, for you to create content for that client, make sure na you have the specific target audience. If you are targeting a small business owner, syempre, expect mo na, they don't have enough budget to pay you. Kasi nga, small business owner pa lang sila eh. That's why, if you want to work with small business owner, kailangan talaga ikaw ang gagawa lahat. Kasi ginusto mo yan eh. Yun yung pinili mong target audience. If you're going to work with a company, may marketing team sila. Especially if you're a freelancer, i-hire ka nila outside of their internal team. Kasi meron silang in-house social media manager, pero minsan nag-hire pa din sila ng freelance social media manager. Yung in-house social media manager, siya yung mag-film, siya yung mag-schedule kailan yung filming, at siya yung makikipag-communicate sa client, and there are times na yung in-house social media manager, siya yung nakikipag-communicate sa freelance social media manager. So I know it's a bit complicated, but that's also one of the basic ni SMM. That's why if you are here to know how to create content for small business owner, if yun yung target audience mo, you are in the right spot because I'm going to tell to you the step-by-step on how to really create content for your client, small business owner, if you are doing everything as a social media manager. Disclaimer, this is the exact workflow or social media management workflow that I am doing for multiple clients that I am handling right now. Feel free to imitate or create your own, whatever best for you. First, review the intake form na sinend sa'yo ng client mo. And yung intake form na yun, sinasend siya during the onboarding process. So if you don't know how to properly onboard client, I have video for you. Feel free to watch it. It is free. Nandyan yung onboarding process ko. But again, intake form, it includes all of the information from the client such as about their business, their social media goal, their target audience, interest ng target audience nila, ano yung preference nila, best selling ng company nila. So, kailangan alam mo yon. All of the information dapat andon. And dapat ina-ask mo si client mo about that. And because I am not gatekeeping, here are some questions that I am asking including on my intake form na nasa onboarding process natin. Ayan. So those are the important questions na dapat ina-ask mo sa client mo. If you have any question about the intake form, just let me know in the comment section and I'm so happy to answer that. And the second is, I am using my strategy guide to do the market research. I know I've been talking about this lately that I am doing manual market research, but it really works for me and for my client. That's why this strategy guide really serve its purpose to guide me ano yung mga dapat na kunin kong information to do the market research. In doing the market research, you are familiarizing the business of the client and the target audience and the client itself. So sa market research, dun ka nagsisearch, especially if you are not aware about the industry of the business, dun mo inaalam ano yung mga experience ng target audience nila, ano yung mga challenges nila, ano yung interest nila. 'Di ba sa intake form may sinend si client na target audience, based on that at humanap ka ng persona. To the point na gagawa ka ng persona na ito si Shara, 25 years old, mahilig to mag-laptop, mahilig mag-travel, and ito yung challenges niya, ganto ganyan. So, dito sa strategy guide na to, this will help you to really guide how to do the market research manually. And I am so sorry, ngayon lang ako mag-gatekeep. My process of doing the manual research is, pinapakita ko lang siya doon sa mga people na nag-avail ng coaching session. So if you are interested to avail the coaching session, I will link the information below. And I am so happy kasi na-finish ko na yung 45 minutes on how I do the market research. But to tell you, it took me almost 1 week to finish that. Tas inedit ko lang siya into 45 minutes. Tas sinend ko na dun sa mga nag-avail ng coaching session. And nung in-explain ko kasi yung process ng manual research, nagbigay talaga ako ng client ko na nag-market research talaga ako doon. Kaya, I'm really sorry na mag-gatekeep ako sa inyo kasi those people who avail my coaching session really deserve that information. Deserve nyo din naman, but of course, they are paying for it. And the next process or sunod sa workflow natin, once you have all of that information na narrow down mo na, also na-audit mo na din yung account ng client mo, kung ano na yung status nila, is that you need to create a content strategy. So let's not make this content strategy so difficult. The content strategy is just your way of creating content easily and organized way. Kaya meron tayong content pillar. Yung mga content pillar na yun is just a topic na ipopost mo every day kung ilang beses ka magpo-post every week. For example, magpo-post ka 3 times a week. So, kailangan Monday, Wednesday, or Friday of the week, iba-iba yung topic na yon. For example, ako, social media manager, I want to get a client. Ang topic ko ng Monday is I am showing my case study result. And next naman is I am showing the behind the scene, how I edit content, how I create monthly content calendar for them. And the next naman is awareness content or about me as a social media manager para makilala nila ako. But those content pillars are definitely based on the social media goals of your client and the target audience. Kaya nga tayo nag-market research before we create a content strategy, di ba? Because we want to know their audience, kung ano yung challenges nila, ano yung interest nila. For example, the business owner, they are challenging to grow their account. Kaya, i-align natin yung content pillar since they are challenging to grow their account. Ako, mag-create ako ng content ways for you to grow your account in social media. 'Di ba? Since challenges nila yon, ginawan natin siya ng solution by creating content and posting it every Monday. Yon, doon na nagkakaroon tayo ng awareness at nagkakaroon tayo ng sales because we are providing solution to the challenges of our target audience. And simple as that. Ganun lang siya si content strategy. Hindi dapat siya kino-complicated. It is just a topic na iisipin mo align dun sa market research mo. Ano ba yung market research mo? Your target audience and social media goals na client mo. Kaya nga gusto kong maging familiar ka sa business ni client para alam mo on how you will position that in the content. And once you have the content strategy, of course, we need content ideas. Content strategy is the topic and the content ideas is the ideas mismo na ipopost mo sa social media. For example, I have a topic or I have a content pillar about my process as a social media manager. Then, I can create content idea, me showing my content calendar because it is one of my process, and me doing the content strategy because it is also one of my process, and me doing the editing and me editing the content in 3 weeks in advance because that's my process. So, since I have lots of process in working with business owner, I am going to transparently post it for my potential target audience know that is my process. Para kung i-hire nila ako, they are aware that I am not posting sa kanila the day na hinire nila ako because I have process. So it is like you giving awareness to those people, especially kung ang goal mo naman do sa content pillar na yon is the awareness. And si content ideas, I would definitely suggest na wag muna kayong gumamit ng ChatGPT for that. Make sure that you use your brain muna. Kasi using ChatGPT every day or always in generating content ideas will definitely hinder you to create unique content na ikaw lang ang nakakaalam. Kasi ikaw yung nag-research Unless all of the information from your brain, ipupunta mo siya kay ChatGPT, kaya meron tayong mga prompt, di ba? Pero again, iba pa din kapag manggagaling talaga sa utak mo. And my process also in creating content ideas is naglalagay na ako ng text on screen. Like, for example, I am using B-roll. So, yung B-roll, you're just using the trending audio at saka B-roll na meron ka. For example, ako nagla-laptop or ako naglalakad. So, I can use that tapos papatungan ko lang siya ng audio at lalagyan ko lang siya ng text on screen na related dun sa target audience ko na naka-align pa din sa social media goals ko. Ayun, naglalagay ako ng text on screen, naglalagay na din ako ng audio, nilalagay ko na din yung shot list kung meron ako or the B-roll para kung i-edit ko na siya, which is our next step, which is the content editing, it's very easy for me to edit the content kasi pagsasamahin ko na lang sila. That's why, in a content calendar, kung mag-ideate ka, kailangan you are creating it in advance. So ako, for the whole 2 years of my experience, I am ideating 2 weeks in advance. Pero at the end of the 2025, I used to ideate 1 month in advance. So, nagka-create na ako ng content ideas for the whole month para once na na-approve na ni client all of those content ideas, I have 1 day to edit all of the content for the whole month para ready for approval na siya. So, this is the sample of the content planner for my client, for one of my client. For the whole month na ako nagka-create ng content idea for them. At saka kung nakikita nyo ngayon, lahat na yan is scheduled na for the whole January. Ano pa lang ngayon, January 2, pero may content na sila hanggang January 30. That's why we have the content calendar. Kaya kung mag-ideas kayo, make sure that you have content calendar. You can use Excel or Notion. I am using Notion kasi yan yung preference ko. But again, make sure na dun ka sa comfortable ka gamitin. I also have template of this Notion. I will put the link below then. So of course, once na-edit mo na, lahat, client approval na yon. I-approve na yun ni client at kung may revision si client, sasabihin ni client of course and then you will gonna edit it. And once na na-approve na lahat yun ni client, just like this content calendar, it is time for you to schedule it. So, Shara, may scheduling tool ba tayo na ginagamit? For me, my preference, especially I am only handling Instagram, I am using Instagram scheduling feature sa mismong application ni Instagram. Hindi ako gumagamit ng Metricool for Instagram, but I am using Metricool for scheduling para sa other platforms. Especially kung may Facebook si client, may YouTube, tas may other platforms pa, yun na yung ginagamit ko doon para hindi ko nabubuksan yung mga iba't ibang platforms. Sa isang tool na lang ako nag-i-schedule. But yes, we can definitely schedule whole month of content. Siyempre, kapag na-schedule mo na, move on ka na doon sa client na yun. Doon ka naman sa another client. Kaya si social media, you can definitely get a multiple client, especially if you have a system or you have that social media management workflow. That's why I am sharing this with you guys because this is my secret in having or handling multiple clients by doing everything in advance and doing everything in organized way. But again, this is only my social media management workflow which I am sharing to you. You can do the same thing. You can create your own process. But if you want to know more about content strategy, because I know there's a lot to discuss about content strategy, watch this playlist. And I will see you there.